speaking of the ladies, who were some of your favorites that you like to work with?
Damn, 15 years? You trying to get me beat up?
Well, I'm sure there were certain ladies that you may have seen that were newcomers and said, "Dang, I really like to work with her," and may have not of lived up to what you thought the height was, but then you may have some that may have been new or veterans that you said, "Wow, if I ever got the chance to shot with her," and then you shot with her, you was like, "Wow," I was like, "I shot with this person who I've been looking at for a while," and stuff.
Okay. I didn't get any sleep the night before I shot with Janet for the first time here in Baltimore.
That's Janet Jackman?
Janet Jackman. And we actually lived together for about 3.5, 4 years shortly after that. And Janet and I became so close. It was ridiculous. Like right now, I could call Janet and we could have a 7-hour conversation and she don't want to get off the phone. And that came from a genuine respect. It wasn't even about I want to fuck her. It was the fact that I thought she looked like Janet Jackson to me, the younger Janet, and the fact that her skill set was ridiculous, but the fact that she wanted to work with little old me was amazing. So her, I have to say the first time I shot with Cherokee was sick.
Mm-hmm.
The premise was I was surfing on her website and fell asleep and she came to me in a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And to tell the truth, and I hope she sees this, she saw the glasses and I guess whatever I was wearing that day and thought that I was this nerd and that she was going to make the easiest whatever her rate was that particular day. And I'm in the bathroom and I just shaved my head and I'm getting groomed up and I'm ready. The director comes in and says, she been talking shit about you since last night. We were at the club. And she was like, this is going to be some easy money. You're like a nerd to me. This and the third. What the fuck you mean I'm like a nerd?
Underestimating.
Right. When I tell you, halfway through the scene, and you can ask her, if she tells the truth, she's going to answer me yes. We shot that scene, and she says, can we stop for a second? I was like, this something wrong. She goes in the bathroom, whatever she did, no. She comes back out. She says, I owe you an apology. I'm looking at her like, what? She was like, I really owe you an apology. I said, why? She was like, because I thought this was just going to be 5 pumps. You was going to be done. And I was like, nah. So, of course, the director came over and he said, Cherokee, Clark Kent. He had my glasses on me. He took my glasses off. Said, Cherokee, Superman. Okay, let's finish shooting. Let's get this over with. And Cherokee and I have been the best of friends ever since. I love her to death. I wish her nothing but success. I can't wait to work with her again. If you've seen the All About Cherokee, the Ass DVD, she, Kelly Starr, Beauty, and Sky picked me personally to do a 4-1. Out of all the guys in the industry that could have been there, Little Old Rock was to take on 4 of the biggest asses in the industry, and I came out on top. Pardon the pun.
Wow, so you basically got a friend in Cherokee because you made a tap out, and she was like,
I'm not gonna co-sign on the tap out part, but I shocked her. Kitten and I have traveled to Jamaica a bunch of times as my co-star, and Kitten and I today, best of friends. I love her to death. I did my best to surround myself with a lot of the veterans in the industry, the Shawns, the Devlins, the Julians, the Janets, and so forth, because I could learn from them. I can learn from my contemporaries. It's nothing anybody that's on my immediate level right now, my immediate male co-stars, can teach me. I've got 15 years under my belt. Anybody outside of Wesley going up, you can't tell me shit. I'm sorry. Those guys, I kind of, they have my ear. Anybody else, Wesley down? Okay, what? What can you show me that I haven't done already? That I haven't experienced, that I haven't shot, that I haven't brought to the table? If anything, I think I revolutionized some shit. Wesley and I got into an argument. Again, if he sees this and tells the truth, he pulled me up and said, yo, I'm gonna need you to stop eating so much pussy, nigga. We don't do that shit out here all like that. You got directors asking me to do the rock shit and eat these bitches out. I don't be trying to eat these bitches out all the time. And I thought I was going to die because, again, watching Wesley from the East Coast to the West Coast, I never thought that he would have this conversation with me. And sure enough, he was like, yo, you really like making a splash among all these sharks. You know, you're standing out. So if I got to be Megalodon, then I'll be Megalodon. I don't have a problem with that. But I want to come in, make my mark, and leave. I'm going to be immortalized. Let's look at this like this. If I die tomorrow, and I know I've done, if not 1,000, close to 1,000 scenes, whether it be on DVD or on the web. If I die tomorrow, I live on forever. You could hear this interview, scenes that I've done, interviews, the whole nine, and the energy, the life that I have, the youth will always be there. You got guys that would kill to be in my position, and I acknowledge it. I appreciate it, and I'm grateful. I'm still humbled at the fact that I have the type of job that most guys would kill to be in, and everybody can't do it. I've brought guys on board who remain nameless, and they still haven't lived up to par, and I'm still catching grief for taking that chance. This is why, to clear up the air, it's harder for more males to get in than females. Because if you don't do what you're supposed to do as the male talent, I still have to pay her, still got to pay for location, and then I have to find somebody else to come do your job for you. When you sat at home and you jacked off enough times, or you fucked your girl for 3-4 hours. But you got on that set, you got the director, you got the cameraman, you got the other guys holding the boom mic, you got the other dude over there doing the paperwork, and you got the other 2 people over here going to shoot after you. It's all distracting. And if you don't have tunnel vision and can't tune out everything else around you and focus on what's going on with you, you're going to be distracted. Unlike a female, if a girl don't want to shoot, but she still shoots, some lube, a few strategic oohs and ahs, we still got a scene. It's lazy, but it's still a scene. But if a dude can't shoot for whatever reason, argument with baby mama, you lost your phone, your dog died, death in the family, whatever the case may be, if you are affected up here, and in turn get affected down here, we're not going nowhere. We got a Lamborghini with no key. We got the car ready to go. The key is him. And I've said for years, guys, we get a bum rap. We don't get paid what the girls get paid. But if you take us out the equation, we don't have a scene. If he doesn't have a pop shot, we don't have a money shot. That's why it's called money shot. If we take us out the equation, we don't have hard dicks. She's sitting there playing with her pussy. How many DVDs do you really think that's going to sell?
Not many.
Right. So with that being said, I think we have an equal, if not more important role in the industry in itself, because again, the guys and the girls are needed, but you need a hard dick to make a scene go, and that's real. So yeah, I honestly believe that today's porn, night and day from when I started. People cared about the production, not the checks. Granted, we wanted our money, but if you had a script, you read it, you stuck to it. If you had talent that you really wasn't feeling, you knew it was business and you got it done. You know, it was about the production value and not the dollars. And right now, no. I mean, everybody wants the lion's share of the pot, but you haven't worked to get it. You know, it's a now network. Again, like I said, top of the conversation. For a year, I made $75 a scene. The same energy that you see where I'm picking up a girl that is 110 pounds versus somebody as heavy as Senate Kisses, Miss Butterworth, Shantae Cachet. I've picked them up, stood up with them 45 seconds to a minute, but I gave the fans what they wanted, because the same BBWs or big girls, whatever you want to call them, they sit and like, damn, I want somebody to do like this to me. You know, I want to be picked up. I want to be treated like these little skinny girls. So I'm not doing it to show up the guys. I'm a hired assassin. When I was taught to do this, if it's born female, somebody at home wants to see it. I've shot with 500 pounds down to 110. And I don't discriminate. The same energy, the same passion, the same eating pussy, the same pop shot is there consistently every time, because somebody has not seen me ever, and I need to leave a lasting impression. And once we get more guys on board like that, the BBW will not be more of a niche or a cliche or a fad. It'll be actually integral part of the industry. Because if you look at our consumers, and if you look at America in a whole, obesity totally outranks people who are underweight.
Good point.
So if the average girl is 200 pounds and the average porn starlet is 130, 140, who's fake and who's real?
Good point.
You know, when our mamas are still with our fathers or dating guys, and she 230, but shapely. Some of them don't even have shapes, but she's still doing what she's doing. So my thing is this: if I can shoot with an around the weight girl, the same way I can shoot with somebody from Brazil, why does that not make me a top tier performer? Why does that not put me in the upper echelons of some of my other contemporaries who are pushed a little bit more, who are pacified, dare I say, or glorified a little bit more? When you can get people from all walks of life giving you crazy love, crazy admiration, crazy accolades for doing just the bare minimum. No one's asking you to marry these girls or what have you. Well, we're all tested 9 times out of 10 in the same place. We all are doing the same damn thing, the same, working for some of the same companies. But why must I be to break glass in case of emergency if you get a BBW in? But then you get a Taylor Crush or a Bianca Moore or a Tory Taylor and I don't get that phone call. It's kind of weird. You get somebody with some knife wounds or had a hard life. I'll be honest with you. And again, like I said, am I attracted to every one of my co-stars? No. You would never know it. No. You'd be surprised how many times, and Jay, if you're watching this, please don't kill me. You'd be surprised how many times I had to fuck Beyonce to get through my scenes. Seriously, I've had to go somewhere else. And I'm being 100% honest with you. This is me unfiltered, the bad days are off. But on the flip side, ask 99% of my co-stars, they're not all attracted to me. But it's the job that has to be done. And as long as we're selling this fantasy, no different than when you're stripping, you lock eyes with that person, and whatever zone they in, you match it. And unfortunately, when you see the lint in their pockets versus the dollars, you move on. I've said once before, I'm a glorified valet. If you show up to the damn job with a Bugatti and you toss me the keys, I can tweak the knobs, I can change the rearview mirror and fuck with the radio. But when you ask for said keys back, I gotta give them back. So for that short period of time, I'm in a Bugatti and I'm balling. So if a Bugatti is a Skin Diamond or a Cherokee or Beauty or a Sky Black or Ayana Angel or Janet Jackman, and the list can go on and on because I've shot with all of them, then I'm a glorified valet and I've had my Bugatti. But when you got your own, which goes back to your previous question, when you got your own girl in the crib or your own car that you can get into and tweak it and drive it how you want to, you appreciate it more. So a lot of times what happens is the stuff that most guys overlook, I tend to take to heart because I don't get to have that on the regular. And it's because of the work.
Wow. It sounds like not only that phone call to shoot with the Skin Diamond. I mean, I guess over the course of time that would kind of touch you like, yeah, come on. It's like, you know, the hired gun. You know, you're the great guy at work, but you're the guy that's getting all the dirty job. You're the guy that's got to crawl into the oven to clean it out. You're the guy that's got to call to, you know, go out there and wipe up the bird shit. But the call to say, hey, we just need you to take the car and make a coffee run for us, but you say that's no problem. You don't get the car, that gets called to somebody else.
Yeah, if I have to work at a shit packing factory, and across the street is a cologne shop, and I'm driving this truck full of shit in the back, I'm getting a check, I'm eating, kids eating, parents taken care of, doing everything I would normally. But if you then own both companies, where you've got the shitty trucks and you got the cologne trucks, why not let me drive a cologne truck every now and then when every one of your shitty trucks has been delivered, never had a problem, never stopped in the middle of the road, never broke down, never had to call somebody in to come help drive it, none of that. Consistently across the board, I can safely say, and I defy you and in my co-stars to go find out and step up and give a time, date, and place where I had to be replaced on camera. You can't. You can't. I respect the game too much. I'm not fucking the night before, so I can save that pop shot for work. I'm not fucking the day of that morning, knowing I have to be at work at 1, and I'm fucking random at 11 o'clock, and I'm shocked I can't keep a hard dick throughout the scene. You have to respect the game so the game will respect you. So when, again, a lot of those contemporaries get pushed in front of me, I sit back and I laugh. And the fans know. The fans talk to me. I've been labeled the people's champion, you know, and I'll take that moniker. It's not a problem. I wear it like a badge of honor. That's why I have it on my arm. The fact of the matter is that I'm never going to be bigger than the industry, but I'm never going to be bigger than John Q. Public. My food has gotten cold talking to fans that want to talk to me about work or how I got to the business, et cetera, et cetera. I've never shooed away anybody because the moment that the demand is not there for me, I won't get another phone call. Thus, no more checks, no more taken care of. And then what you got? Thank God I've had things to do before I started doing porn. Well, I'd be stuck 15 years. Think about it. You got people that haven't even been on jobs for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I've consistently been around. So I'm grateful, I'm humbled by the experience, I'm thankful all the time, and I don't take it for granted. I just don't like this new batch of guys that have come through, and some girls too, who've done absolutely nothing and expect the world. And I'm just looking at them like, I can't even Google you. You know, I'm just being honest with you. I can't even
MySpace you.
You know, exactly. I can't find you on IPMD, nothing. So how are you making all these demands and who you ain't gonna work with and what you not gonna do? Come on, man. Like I said, I understand evolution. I understand times change and you're supposed to change with the times. But in certain circles, in certain cases, something has to be consistent. Something has to happen a certain way in order to get the same results all the time. And if they're positive, why tweak them? Why fuck with them? Why change them? It just makes no sense to me.
Wow. All right. Well, speaking of the game, you know, game has changed over the last couple of years. Now, right now, at the time of the interview, we're down here in Baltimore, shooting for CJ from Sin 69 Studios. You know, CJ is a pretty cool guy, and he's come on the scene in the last year or so. How did you actually hook up with him?
Believe it or not, CJ's buzz reached LA. And to be honest with you, I was looking for a change. The fact that I heard that he was from Baltimore made me think about home. The East Coast, I will say, consistently, has taken care of its own more so than the West Coast. And because this is a smaller pond with bigger fish, you can see said fish coming. Out LA, you're in an ocean, and you got all kinds of squid and Loch Ness monsters and all kinds of shit lurking all around. And if you don't have your head on a swivel, you're going to get bitten out, and you're going to be taken out. So to see his company with just that much shine out there is saying a lot because there's a lot of states to cover. See, a lot of times, even with distribution, when you're on the East Coast, your DVDs might go as far as Chicago. For people to be talking about this dude who was supposed to be replacing Rain Man as Baltimore's premier, adult entertainment company, I had to have a part of that because that's part of me. I'm born and raised in Washington, D.C., and DMV is my home. So if this guy was going to be Rain Man's replacement and I was Rain Man's right hand, I wanted A, to feel him out and see what type of guy he was. B, to see what type of company he was running, see the type of talent he could pull in. And if it was going to be mom and pop or what have you, I would probably tolerate it for a little while. But I can safely say I've had nothing but fun and respect dealing with that company, and it's been really cool. So, yeah, if I had to leave LA on a permanent basis and the money was right, I'd be the face of the company in no time. Because I know I'm going to get the job done, and I know that CJ is going to make sure it happens.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure he'll be watching this and like saying, yeah, cheesing up a little bit. But I want to thank you very much for this interview. You dropped a lot of knowledge on people, and I hope some of the contemporary people in porn today listen, not hear it, but listen to it. Educate yourself, and take the knowledge from it, because there's only someone that's trying to help you out. Because, just because you're breaking the porn and you may be the next hot thing, that don't mean you're going to last 15 years. Nowhere.
Yeah, the flame out is there, and it's going to be the fans it's going to be the fans that's going to keep you uplifted and relevant. There's nothing you can do. When they get tired of you, they're going to get tired of you. And the companies then have to listen because they keep cranking you out and no one's buying. The company's losing. That's like the casino's losing. It's because the house always wins. And if it means me taking out a specific game that's paying out money and we're not getting that back, we got to take it out. It just is what it is. And it's a business. It's never personal. That's one of the things, if you don't hear nothing else I'm saying throughout this interview, know that what we do is a business. That the higher ups, the company owners, the company managements, the directors, the producers are here to make money. The moment you, as male or female talent, jeopardize said money, you're gone. Because they never want to tolerate and they never want to sacrifice what they're doing for what you're trying to do. Because they're established. They got theirs. Like Mom just said, I got mine. You got yours to get. So you want to be a dropout, be a dropout. But I'm telling you how to get yours. I have a thing where this whole casting couch phenomenon, and it's old, and it's not true. I don't think any woman or male is qualified to say that you have to fuck me specifically to get anywhere in here. For 15 years, you can't find one girl that I've ever said, well, if you give me some pussy, I'll call West Coast Productions, or I'll call Ralph, or I'll call Rain Man or CJ, or I'll call... If they want to get in, that's the brilliance of it all. I'll leave this nugget and I'm going to shut the hell up. This is how you make your money. If you found a girl that wants to do this, stop trying to fuck her, groom her. That way when they call her and say, we want to book you, she will in turn say, well, I want to work with such and such. Because a lot of times that's her way of saying thank you, especially if you're a male talent. So with that being said, take the casting couch out, put the business hat on, and stop thinking with your dicks and start thinking with your pockets and your brains. If a chick is bad enough that you feel the need that I gotta fuck her in order to put her on, why not put her on and then fuck her? Because you fucking anyway. So why not put her on, make the bread, because she's bringing you on with her, or you bring her on with you to make the bread together. This is my co-star. We shoot together. Now, you put the onus on the company to say, we don't want you, or, okay, no problem. Because the worst thing you can do is put a girl on camera with somebody she don't want to be with, because the camera's not going to lie. And the consumers are going to be able to see it. When she's rolling her eyes every time she changes position, or she's giving you lackluster hair, but then you see her in another movie and she done turned completely the hell up, and she doing shit she never did in the first one. There's a chemistry flaw there somewhere, and somebody can get what they wanted, and this was their way of showing out. So my advice to you fellas who feel like your Twitter handle and your Facebook thing is the way to get some pussy, get some money through the pussy. You're doing it backwards. You're getting high on your own supply. That makes no sense. You're putting a carriage in front of the fucking horse. Get her on camera so that you can make money together. And if it comes to you fucking afterwards, so be it. But who the fuck kills the chicken without getting some eggs?
Good point. Good point.
So, I'll leave you guys with that.
Good point. Well, with that being said, let all your fans know where they can find you at, you know.
www.rocktheicon.com. You can email me at Gmail and Yahoo under the same name, Rock the Icon, ROCKTHEICON. Also, that's my Facebook, that's my Twitter. I'm pretty much trademarking that as much as possible. I answer my own messages. So when you're talking to me. I don't have a PR person. I'm very personable with my fans. So if you are indeed on Team Icon, please by all means hit me up. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you think that I can do in the next couple of years to make my performance better for you at home watching, I'll listen. And if it's feasible, then I'll do it. My goal is to make sure that I want it. I know what I'm capable of doing. The girls don't lie. The camera doesn't lie. 15 years does not lie. And I've seen people come through the door and be gone in 2 weeks. I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I'm still being requested. And to be able to walk on almost any set and get your pick of the litter is not about arrogance. It's about tenure. It's about clout. It's about class and actually homage. Like I said, I got down in a three-piece suit and bowed down to Shawn Michaels. How many grown-ass men do you know could do that and don't feel some kind of way afterwards?
Good point. Very good point. Good point. Well, I want to thank you very much for this interview. Once again, I'm very pleased, very honored to have as my interviewee today, Rock the Icon. Get at him. He's been a veteran. He knows what he's doing. Take his advice. For all you people out there that are thinking about coming into the Bourne game, this is the model that you need to follow to have the kind of success and longevity that he has. So once again, this is your boy Big Ralph. I'm out, but keep watching because I'm going to have some more stuff for you coming soon. Later.